you okay? Yeah! Fantastic. Can you give me a cheer if you're from Glasgow? Yeah! Great. Can you give me a cheer if you're from outside Glasgow? Yeah! Fantastic. Can you give me a cheer if you're from another planet? Oh, someone very shy. That was sweet, wasn't it? I'm from Bridgeton in the east end of Glasgow, but you might notice from my accent I'm not exactly from Bridgeton in the east end of Glasgow. Very interesting coming from Bridgeton and being English. I can't go to a pub because people think I'm a policeman or a priest. I'm doing a service to the local community by taking confessions and then taking people off to prison. That's great. Yes. So, do any of you know or have seen the film called The Angel Share? Yeah, one or two of you. Yeah, so Paul Brannigan's from around my way was lead actor in The Angel Share. So I was very excited when it came out. Got a little Jack Russell taking for a walk every day and had a chat with a fellow dog walker about The Angel Share. And he said, well, that's got Paul Brannigan in it, hasn't it? And I said, yes. And he went, oh, he stabbed me once. But it's nice to see he's doing okay. Given his practice style, it's like right my way. So, I've graduated recently with a master's. Thank you. In biblical interpretation. Yeah. So, I got to learn some interesting words in my master's in biblical interpretation. One word was perichoresis. Perichoresis is used to describe the relationship between Father, Son, and Holy Spirit in the Godhead, like love, joy, peace, so it's kind of nice kind of stuff. Indwelling of Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Yes. In the theological dictionary, it's described as interpenetration of Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, where one is penetrated by the other two, and he penetrates the other two as well. Kind of like a holy threesome, perhaps. Yeah. So you're probably all familiar with the story of Moses in Egypt. Israel's in slavery in Egypt, and Moses goes out to the desert, gets the Ten Commandments. And then Israel has a succession of kings that get gradually more and more evil, till we get to King Ahab, who's very, very evil. So can I get a boom? Yes. Yes. And King Ahab, he marries a foreign princess from the land of Canaan called Jezebel. Now Jezebel worships the Canaanite storm and fertility god called Baal. And King Ahab starts worshipping Baal against the commandment, you'll have no other gods before me. So can I get another boom? Yes. So, yes, there's a whole bunch of prophets that aren't happy about that. And Jezebel kills them all. So, can I get a boom for Jezebel? Oh, yes. So there's one left called Elijah. And he goes to King Ahab and he says, you're not doing the right thing there, mate. He was from London. So King Ahab calls him a troublemaker of Israel. And Elijah says, it's not me that's a troublemaker, it's you that's a troublemaker. So they have this bit of an argument. Decide to settle it by having 2 cows and 2 altars at Mount Carmel, one to Baal and one to Yahweh, the Jewish God. And so there's prophets of Baal there, and there's Elijah. Prophets of Baal are praying to the storm of fertility god Baal, and nothing's happening. So they're saying, maybe he's on the toilet, maybe he's on holiday, pray harder, and nothing. And Elijah prays to Yahweh, and fire comes down and cooks the cow, and they have a bit of barbecue. Yep. And then Elijah kills Jezebel. No, he doesn't. He kills the prophets of Baal. And Jezebel isn't very happy about that. So she says, may I do the same to you, or may the gods do something worse to me. And to cut a long story short, Jezebel gets killed, and her body gets eaten by dogs. The Canaanite woman gets eaten by dogs. K9. That's a good one, isn't it? I like that. So I spent a lot of time on my own. So I'm absolutely delighted when the Jehovah's Witnesses come. It's great. We get to talk about theology, it's excellent. So, I don't know if you know the difference between Jehovah's Witnesses and regular people who go to church. It all goes back to AD 325 with the Council of Nicaea. No? Okay. So, Council of Nicaea. So there was two theologians. One was Arius and one was Santa Claus, St. Nicholas. It's the original Secret Santa. People would leave their shoes out and put money in it. Quite a nice guy. So Arius believed that Jesus was kind of like God but not God. And Santa Claus believed Jesus was like God and God. And they had a fight and Santa Claus punched Arius and he got kicked out of the Council of Nicaea. Yep. So, the Council of the Nicene Creed, there's this declaration to say that the belief in Jesus as being the same substance as God. Now, there's two Greek words that come from that. One's homoousis, and one's homoouisis. One to describe being of same substance, and one to be describing of similar substance to tell the difference between the two. The difference between the two Greek words is the Greek letter I, iota, where the phrase "it doesn't make one iota of a difference" comes from, because ironically it makes a huge difference as to whether Jesus was like God or God. So I was having this conversation with the Jehovah's Witnesses lady. We're having a bit of, sharing these things. I got to talk about perichoresis, interpenetration. And she thanked me for the conversation, but I haven't seen anything of her since. So I thank you. You've been a great audience. You've got a great rest of the evening ahead of you. Cheers. Thank you.